Hak arpoi terik rempang arja arpusau, kata haswa bo menteri rangba ke jelau konrad kisang ma unjubab ke Jingkren jong ulat ke jelau upagu johan, hak sengi sedang jong ke dorbar mangtingka jong ke ying dorbar tauan, lalapan sakhi yang jingi simbenta jong kiba buon kinong mikmat, kiba kentup nakaliang sensyar bat nakaliang persya. Kejing simbenta ban Ïatai ya kejingkran ulat kade kejing beteng nak sengi syong dorbar ke baar jong ke ying dorbar tauan, kebala long hak kat kandai terik rempang arja arpusau. Kibala ya simbenta kade kejing Ïatai hak sengi syong dorbar ke basau, ki kentup yo MLA ke amlaram uba lakmen rembui, kum kejing beteng, uba Renekton lingdok tongkar MLA ke mau kerwan, uba Gabriel Waklang MLA ke Dongston, uba Bright Star Welmar yang MLA ke Maulai Constituency, uba Sensyar Kupar lingdok MLA ke Sokyong Constituency, uba Charles Marngar MLA ke Mauhati, uba Wailat Miki Shillau MLA ke Juwai Constituency, bat penkot dau ba medba lingdok u MLA ke Mairang Constituency. Hak jing yok por ke ba praminit kini ki MLA ki la Pynsngew ya ki nia ki ba katkum ke jing tip ke ba ki don ke ba ki syam ki de ki mat ki ba ke Sorkar kan hap ban khmi ban syam khia bat pentrai ban pen urlong ya ke ba ki ang not hak sensyar paj ba.
The Government of India through National Education Society of Tribal Students, they have advertised more than 35,000 posts, 52 posts per EMRS for about 740 Ecofriendly Model Residential School. I tried to get information whether this post which was advertised is for the state of Meghalaya also, because as per the conversation of the government with the NES, with the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, that recruitment will be done as per our employment policy. So I request the government to look into this issue, because 50 posts per EMRS, if 30 EMRS is about 1,500 posts, which is required in those Ecofriendly Model Residential School. So this is a very important issue. I request the government to look into this, because there are so many landowners also which donate their land for this school. So if it is recruited through the NES centrally from government of from Delhi, it is very difficult for us to fulfill our obligation. And number two, regarding qualification. Qualification as per the advertisement which they float up in October, interview is going on as we speak, that the BA, but they include the CTET, not MTET. I request the government of Meghalaya also to explore, to talk with the NES, that MTET also should be recognized as one of the qualification, not only CTET in that in their advertisement as and when, if they have not advertised for the schools within the state of Meghalaya. And last, sir, the new Shillong again, sir, we need a school complex there, sir. We know from the governor address that the knowledge city will be established, but it's very far. We need a school complex, because New Shillong is the reality now, sir. We need a school, proper school from nursery till college, which it is not there at present. So I request the government to look into this so that the people there is. And last, regarding the language, sir, we have many differences between Kyrwoh and Khasi language. So I request through the Honorable Education Minister, I'm very happy that they are coming up with a new curriculum, that the learning of Kyrwoh and Khasi in the primary school should be encouraged all over the state, so that this integration of language, and maybe with this, it will strengthen our issue of pushing for the recognition of the Kyrwoh and Khasi language in the 8th schedule. And lastly, sir, I'm a bit, I'll talk about Amlarem only, sir. Amlarem is the oldest subdivision, established way back in 1976, and all its sisters or brothers, or they have all already attained the district. Sir, it is a very small subdivision, and 2026 will complete 50 years. So I request the government to look into this so that we could develop Almarem as a small township, because we know it is very difficult for us to attain a district, but at least a beautiful township we will come with our problem, we'll meet the Chief Minister, so that with the Rangba Shnong of that area and the SU Civil to express. So in due course of time, so that 2026, we will be a bit fitting celebration for 50 years, because no subdivision have ever got 50 years, only Amaram will get.
I'm very, very happy to see that in tourism, about 461 entrepreneurs has been there and has get an opportunity to do business under tourism sectors. I'm very, very happy, sir, to see this. And I would love if Honorable Chief Minister, who will reply to the Governor's address, if he can tell us also how many hundreds, how many thousands of our unemployed youth that had been placed in this tourism project. We will be very, very glad, sir, if we are able to know how many thousands of our unemployed youth that had been placed in this tourism project. Sir, I love to recall that our Chief Minister, he understands the global tourism, and he had a dream, sir. And his dream is that to have a world-class resort at Hot Spring, which falls under my constituency, sir. We all know Hot Spring. He had a dream, and along with me, we went way back in 2021. He went along with me to see how beautiful the site is, and just to take a decision, the exact location where we can build this world-class resort, to use Hot Spring as a wellness center in this resort. Sir, I want to request the government that it is only time now to translate this dream into reality, and I know it's possible, sir. I know it's possible to translate this dream into reality, and we want to see that this world-class resort to come up there at Hot Springs, sir. Sir, as we talk, we know that tourist destination in the state of Meghalaya is Cherrapunji. We all know that the biggest tourist destination in Meghalaya is Cherrapunji, even though we have in all parts of Meghalaya, in all districts, we have tourist destination. But Cherrapunji is most wanted place to see by all the tourists who come in the state of Meghalaya. Sir, but we have to accept the fact that tourists are still facing big problems. Tourists are still facing big problem. And that problem is that traffic jam that they face while crossing this Upper Shillong area, sir. There are some tourists who face this problem in the jam for 2 hours, for 3 hours. And just imagine, sir, they will spread that news that we want to go to Meghalaya, we want to go to Cherrapunji, but we are not sure how we will reach there, because there is no road to go except this road, Upper Shillong.
On the education sector, infrastructure with a good quality is very important to attract more enrollment in the government schools. We have seen that in the government school, lack of enrollment. But where the lack of enrollment is not about the quality of education, but it is a lack of infrastructure. So I request the governments to increase the amount sanctions for the infrastructure in the school building of the government school. The dropout is very high in our state. This is a matter of great concern. Ïatai at vocational training is the need that to cope up or to cater the needs of the dropouts. And sir, in education, the polytechnic Nongstoin, which is uncompleted and unoperational till now, I would urge the government to see and expedite and complete the work at the earliest. In sport and youth affairs, we have seen so many of our boys are taking up sports. So a special recognition for our sports, especially those who have represent international, maybe a government job or maybe something that could attract them and could encourage our beloved youth to take up sports seriously. And in Nongstoin, we have the stadium which has been incomplete till now, sir. In public work, I find West Kazil is one of the most backward in road connectivity. Honorable Chief Minister, I really appreciate you, sir. Whenever you come, you always express willingness to take up West Kazil and to improve the road connectivity and to improve all the economic development in the West Kazil. So I would like to stress on West Kazil, which is one of the most backward road connectivity. I urge the government to kindly take special attention on the West Kazil, which is one of the most backward in terms of road connectivity. And sir, in terms of employment, the rising level of unemployment youths, different initiatives have been taken by the government regarding self-employment, entrepreneurs, but with the growing of the populations, this in turn, I think it is hard for the governments. But supportive system is very important for entrepreneurs in availing the loans. We have seen the governments have given so much of opportunities for attaining loans. But when they go to attain the loans, it's very difficult to get the loan from the bank sanction. So there should be a coordination between the bank and the government and the entrepreneurs to avail the loans at the earliest.
Coming to education, I'm happy that the government remains committed to providing quality education in all aspects. But then, one pertinent issues that crept up in each and every family today is the problem of CUET, which have been introduced since 2022. Yes, the central government have been kind enough to allow the students of our state not to appear for the CUET, but it seems from this year it will be compulsory. I would like to know from the government how prepared is our government to deal with this problem. In fact, just recently, I've come across some students. I would like to cite one example about one school in Shillong, where there are 50 students who are appearing for their class 12 examination this year. I was surprised that out of the 50 students, only 10 have registered to appear for the CUET. Out of curiosity, I was inquiring from one of the students, what is the reason behind? And this student informed me that these 40 students did not register themselves for CUET out of fear, because through past experience, these examinations have been announced at the last moment. And at the same time, since the government so far have not been able to prepare centers for our students from our states, many of our students have to sit for this examination outside of the state. Some of them have to venture out even till the western part of our country, to West Bengal, Tripura, and therefore, many of these students, especially who comes from a poor background, they feel that it is beyond their reach to ask their own children to sit for the CUET examination because of the financial implication. If this is the situation, if this is the reality, when it comes to only one school in Shillong, how much more is the ramification when we talk about the state in general? Therefore, I would have expected from the governor in his speech to clearly lay out whether the government is fully prepared to conduct the CUET examination within the state. As we are aware, in last year, there were more than 20,000 students who cleared their class 12 examination, let alone who have cleared the degree examination. Are the government prepared for all these?
The department, sir, which I'd like to cover is the PHE department. We have been talking about the DGM. We have been talking about other types of works which the PHE has been doing. Well, it's good. We talk about the sources in the other day. Well, I'd like to stress in this department also, because why? Since we have a main source, it's in Mauklang, talking about the Shillong city, because many questions have been coming up, talking about the purity of our water. Is it safe or not to drink? Sir, the department of PHE, which we're talking about, the Mauklang Dam, is the main source there in Mauklang. From the dam, it's been pumped to the TP, the treatment plant, which is in Mauklang. For Mauklang, they have 3 phases where they treat the water. Then it goes to the upper Shillong. One more time it's been treated. Then goes to the different household taps through the PHE pipes. What I want to know and stress more to other officers and to the government, that from my point of view too, I just want to know more what is the amount the department uses for treatment of water. What is the amount of chemicals that they use for the treatment of water? Because treatment of water, they need lime and they need alum. In the first phase where they have in Mauklang, the 3 phases. Then when it's been treated there, it goes to the other tanks, which is in Upper Shillong. Then they use the chlorine. I might not be a technician, but what I've read, that is the process. So I want to know more, and if given a chance that we also as legislator can visit the department.
Please, your time is up, so please.
Just one
yeah.
moment.
Please.
Then that is what I want to stress more, the water treatment, the chemicals they use.
Sir, in my constituency, we have one pending road connect to Assam Jaki Road. That is Umsning Jaki Road. About 40 kilometers is still pending. The road condition is an apathetic condition. That is from Sonidan to Umsliang. Last year, sir, in the month of October, I met the Deputy Chief Minister, and I'm happy that an Honorable Deputy Chief Minister immediately directed the department concerned to prepare the estimate for the same. I hope and I believe through the hard work of our Deputy CM in charge PWD, we'll see and we'll get a new road very soon. And at the meanwhile, sir, I request the government to kindly get us repairing of the same road, since the road condition is very bad. Number 4, sir, agriculture. Last session, our Honorable Minister in charge agriculture has clearly mentioned that the government will take immediate steps to find out ways and means for setting up skills industries in our state for agriculture produce. But till today, sir, I don't see any green signal. Therefore, I request the government of the day to kindly take seriously on this matter.
Another thing, sir, I came from a constituency where almost half of the population are Niam Tre or Niam Khasi, sir. And not only in my constituency. Last time, sir, I sent a survey to my people in Giant Hills alone of those villages which in need of eco-friendly crematoriums, sir. It is very shocking, sir, that almost 150 villages are still in need of this eco-friendly crematorium, sir. So I would like to urge the government, sir, to please to continue in supporting financially in the construction of this eco-friendly crematorium. And I feel, sir, the government should take pride of this invention, because this invention has been invented by our very own late Kambal Shulai, who is from Jowai, sir. And as the name here, sir, said, eco-friendly, it's really eco-friendly. It is save, reduce the pollution, save the time, and more importantly, sir, it saves trees, sir. So that's why, sir, I would like to urge the government to please to continue in supporting in financially in the construction of this eco-friendly crematorium, sir. And lastly, sir, I'm very thankful to the government and especially to our Honorable Chief Minister for considering or for including Jowai, the only village after Tura in the whole state, in the Smart Town project, sir. And as we can see, sir, there were many projects has been taken. As if you go to Jowai, sir, all the road in Jowai has been resurfaced. And even the construction of the integrated development complex at Jowai has started, and many more, sir. But still, sir, there are plenty, sir, projects need to be done. So I will urge the Chief Minister, the government, that in the coming years, if more projects can be considered in the Smart Town project. And I hope, sir, if not at par with Tura, but even closer to Tura, sir, I will be very happy.
I don't know how many thousand times the words boundary issue has been mentioned in this August House from 1972 till date. These disputes and differences are there in the border because of the demarcation or the line drawn between the two states. But in the phase one, out of the 12 areas of differences, 6 at least matter have been discussed and sorted out to whatever extent. But what really worries me is this, that innocent life of the people, of those people who are staying in those border areas in villages have been lost. I still remember way back in 2009 or 10 in Lanki, for example. The other one is at Mukro. It was about last year. I have visited personally. Those family members who have lost their loved ones, for what reasons that they have to face, that the family, one of the family members have to face that consequences. I would request the government to speed it up, the areas of difference in the other 6 places, how we reach a solution among the 2 states. We have heard about the different hardships that the people of those villages have to face from time to time. Like someone has mentioned yesterday, that a broomstick for one truck, for one pickup truck, they have to pay for 13,000 rupees. I feel this is also one part of it that government has to look into to stop this once and for all. Sir, I would like to also mention here, as you know that nowadays most of the students are not like to join science stream. But I have come across in the rural areas that a lot of students would like to join science streams. For example, in my constituency, there's a college, the first science college in the state. The first science college only in the entire state. We have discussed this at length. We have discussed this from time to time. I'm sure the government will work out and see what can be done as far as supporting this science college so that it will be able to continue its journey in serving the people of the area, and not only in my constituency, but in the entire state as well. So a lot of science students are coming to Shillong. This is also one of the reasons why we found that a lot of migration of the people from rural areas to the urban area. One of the main reasons is because of to send their kids to the best schools or the best college. I'm sure that is for everyone. So to stop this, unless we provide, we give them a platform where the science streams or the science stream is available at the district level, is available at the sub-divisional level, then only these students will never migrate to Shillong. And I'm proud to stand here that 2 of the students of Mairang Science College have ranked in the 2 good positions in Nehu.
So there was a concern regarding the homestays. As you're aware, sir, we had almost 461 entrepreneurs who had been involved. This is one of the highest, sir, in the history of the state. And 460 entrepreneurs have been given this scheme. And out of this 463 entrepreneurs, already close to 100 of them have already started the homestays. And the point that was mentioned that there was a delay in the release of funds from the rural banks, so this issue has been addressed. We have had multiple meetings at the officers level with the Meghalaya Rural Bank, and all nitty-gritties and problems that the individual homestay owners who have applied for this loan are facing, we have worked closely with the banks, and we're ensuring that the funds are released at the earliest. You have to also, sir, appreciate the fact that this is the highest number ever, and hence even the banks were actually quite overwhelmed by the response, and therefore there could have been some delays, but we have taken steps to ensure that these are rectified at the earliest. We are in fact going for a very ambitious target of close to 3,000 homestays in the next 5 years, and hence it will be important that these kind of hurdles do not block this entire process or the objective of the government to have a large number of homestays. So there was a very important issue raised by a large number of members regarding the school dropouts, and yes, sir, this is a major concern for the state government, and we've realized that there are multiple factors involved in this, and it starts with even basic things like the quality of the schools, the school buildings, the teachers, the availability of teachers, so on and so forth, sir. And hence, keeping all these factors in mind, we have started working on at all fronts, whether it is the repair of the government LP schools, whether it is the appointment of the teachers to ensure that there is manpower, whether it's to ensure that we are able to improve the overall textbooks and make them available at the grassroots level. All these different interventions are being done towards achieving the goal of improving the overall results and also reducing the school dropout percentage. So there are many other programs that the government of Meghalaya is proposing, which some I will mention in my budget speech, but some of them are still in the pipeline. But we expect that in the next financial year itself, we may be able to go with few pilot projects to address the school dropout issue in a much more focused manner, sir. So there was a issue that was mentioned regarding the permission of opening permissions to the schools. Sir, you are aware that there is a committee that is headed by the director, and this committee meets every year once, and depending on the large number of applications or less number of applications, if necessary, they meet even twice or 3 times a year. And there are different criteria that are there, based on which the opening permissions are given. And whichever school or institution fulfills those criteria, like adequacy of classrooms, library, laboratory, number of teachers, and so on and so forth, these factors are examined, and based on that, the opening permissions are given. And hence, sir, if there is any specific concern on specific school that is applied, sir, we will be happy to address that particular issue also. So there were concerns raised about the requirement for higher secondary schools in different parts of the state, sir. And yes, this is definitely a concern. Apart from the dropout rates that are there, the fact that higher secondary schools are not there in large parts in regions and constituencies and subdivisions, this matter is a big concern. And therefore, sir, the government has in fact proposed, the directorate, has proposed that there should be few schools, government schools, which are secondary to be upgraded to the higher secondary level. And the government of Meghalaya is actively considering those schools also. The list of the schools are not with me right now, but that proposal has been put up by the directorate, and we will try our best, sir, to ensure that more and more higher secondary schools come out in different parts of the state, sir. Sir, again, continuing with education, there were concerns about more government colleges to be put up everywhere. Sir, as of now, the education department has not really explored the aspect of government colleges, because the new scheme of People's College is looking more effective, and we are able to cover a larger area with the same amount of money that we would spend, say, for provincializing a government college. So therefore, the efficacy is more with People's College, and we are able to really disperse the funds in a much more fair manner and to different regions, and take up more institutes by granting the People's College scheme to different areas and different colleges. And hence, for now, we are not going with the concept of government colleges. We are looking at different colleges which were run maybe privately, but then government supports them by giving certain sanctioned posts. It's the deficit pattern, but we have given it a much more generic and a larger feel of a government, of a People's College, by granting different posts and sanctioning posts. So there was also concern regarding the fees structure, and saying that there are a lot of grant-in-aid colleges and schools that are still charging very high fees. And yes, sir, this has come to our notice. In fact, we have asked the institutions to submit the fee structures to us. We are receiving the information from different colleges, and as we get it, sir, we will definitely look into the matter and get the matter examined, sir. The specific issue was raised regarding the Moplang Science and Commerce College. Sir, I just want to update that the matter has been resolved, and sir, the fund has been released through the state PWD building, which is the implementing agency, on the 19th of February 2024. So there was an issue of the second installment not being released, but we have received the funds, and the funds have been further given to the state PWD building. So we expect that the work should start at the earliest. Sir, again, regarding the government college in East Ïatai Hills, we do have one college called the Ïatai Eastern College, which is under the People's College scheme. Hence, as of now, we don't have a proposal for government college, whether in East Ïatai Hills or anywhere in the state, because of the explanation I had given earlier, that it is easier for us to distribute the same amount to maybe 3-4 colleges of what the amount it will take to give to one government college. And hence it is much more prudent for us, much more effective for us to go with the People's College model, as we are able to help more and more colleges, sir. So there was an issue that was raised regarding the DMF and asking whether the MLAs have any role to play in this. So the DMF is being utilized as per the guidelines of the Pradhan Mantri Kanji Kshetra Kalyan Yojana, PMKKKY. And the MLAs are notified as members of the governing council of the District Mineral Foundation, and therefore obviously so the MLAs have a role to play, and that committee is the committee that utilizes the funds. So some of the MLAs had mentioned about specific road connectivity, like the Ladumsau, Mollendep, Maumaram Road, and the works that has been taken up, as you're aware, under the MITP project, and about 53% of the work, physical work, is complete. So there was also a mention about the heavy load trucks that are plying in this particular area. So the transport department is monitoring those aspects also very, very closely. Some of the honorable MLAs had mentioned about the DSS MH road and other roads in East Jente Hills. I can just inform the House that the Pala Saipung road, about 16 kilometers, we are proposing to take that up under the Central Road Infrastructure Fund. The DSS MH road, about 65 kilometers, so we are proposing it under a centrally sponsored program, and of course as and when it is sanctioned we will take up the project. The Jalia Narwan road also, sir, we are proposing to take up under the PMGSY 3, and we are awaiting sanction for that particular road. There was also mention about Katashnong and many villages which are unconnected. Again, sir, we are taking as many as possible under PMGSY, and those that do not come under PMGSY, so we are coming up with we in fact have already started a project called the CM Rural Connect Road Project, under which we will be taking up all these roads or villages which are not qualified under the PMGSY guidelines or other guidelines, and we are working towards providing connectivity to these unconnected villages through a state scheme called the CM Rural Connect scheme. So we may not be able to do all the villages in one go, but the process will start, and in a phase-wise manner we will try and connect these villages. So continuing with roads and PWD, there was also a question regarding the Western Bypass construction, and as you know, so that's a 38.25 kilometer road, and we have already received a sanction of 681.63 crores for the land acquisition, and as the Honorable Deputy CM has already clarified in the question hour, that it is in very advanced stage. And at the same time, the 4-laning for Umiam to Ratachera highway also, sir, this was raised. There is the DPR of this particular road also is under process, and once the DPR is done, so the project we will work hard to take it forward, sir. Sir, there was also a suggestion that there should be a double lane road from Sorankam to Lad Nongkrem and connecting New Shillong and to connect with Shillong Jawai Road. So this also is a very good proposal. Definitely, sir, the government will definitely examine that aspect also. So issue was raised regarding the Ïatai Clariat and wondering when it will be functional. Sir, I'm happy to inform that the advertisement for admissions and enrollment of candidates for the new session will start in the month of June 2024, sir. The renovation of the building will be completed before the start of the new session from 1st of September 2024, sir. So therefore, it is in the line and on track. And as I said, sir, we expect that the new session from 1st of September 2023, the Clariat Ïatai should be functional, sir. So regarding the issue of the dumping grounds for different cities and towns in the state, so we are in very advanced stage in most of the locations for getting new dumping grounds in new areas, landfill sites. It is a big challenge, as you're aware, because these areas and lands belong to the community, and hence we have to get the community into confidence. Some places we are able to move forward, some places we are facing huge challenge, but we are continuously under the process of ensuring that it moves fast. I can share that for Shillong and Tura we are at a quite advanced stage, and also we are working continuously for other towns also to make it happen. At the same time, there was a proposal that we should move towards looking at the satellite townships, not just New Shillong, the administrative city and the knowledge city, but also in other areas, in other directions of Shillong, which again is a very good proposal, sir, and definitely we will examine and see how we could utilize other areas and regions to create satellite townships. So there was a concern about the river rejuvenation, especially the Shirpi and the Wamukra river. And I'm happy to inform the House, sir, that we are going in a multi-pronged approach to address this issue. While we are proposing with Government of India, the Water Resource Department is proposing with Jal Shakti to have a river cleaning and river maintenance project under the Jal Shakti Ministry to allow us to put different technologies to clean up the river and to protect the river, which is still at the discussion stage, but we are getting very positive response from Government of India, and we're hopeful that we should be able to come up with a concrete plan in a couple of months. But sir, just to share with you, we had taken this up a very long time back also. But even when we took this up a long time back, we had a challenge because Government of India was not agreeable to the large cost of the rejuvenation at that point in time. So we had to change the proposal completely, and therefore now we are under the process of looking at new technology and reducing the cost, and I'm hoping that this should be moving ahead in the right direction. But while that happens, hand in hand, parallelly, we are moving towards also the riverfront development project, which is a 40 crore project, and we have laid the foundation stone for the Wamukra river project, river development work, and the tender also has been called. So we expect that work for this riverfront development project should start very soon. Similarly, so in other parts of the state also, we are exploring the possibility of having different projects to ensure that we are able to keep our rivers and streams, especially in urban areas, clean. So there was a concern regarding the district council salaries, especially in the Garo Hills and also in the Ïatai Hills. Sir, you are aware that these both these organizations and institutions or governments are actually autonomous in nature, and hence the salary component and running the district councils is completely the responsibility of the elected body, which is autonomous in nature. And hence, to tie it to the state government and put it on the responsibility of the state government to pay the salaries is not fair in one way. But still, since it is within our state and it is a traditional institution that we all the public, in fact, requires and needs, it is the responsibility of the government to look into ways and means in which we can support them and help them whenever possible. So there is a bigger challenge when it comes to these district councils, because while we give them money and funds to them as and when we are able to, and as and when their share comes, there is also requirement to internally improve the functioning of these organizations also. Just to share with you, sir, there are 1,577 employees in the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council. And the difference between the amount that they earn every month and the salaries that they have to pay is almost close to 3 to 4 crores deficit. So roughly, I don't have the exact numbers, but I can tell you plus minus average, the revenues are about 1.5 to 2 crores a month, whereas salaries and other expenditures touches about 5 crores per month for the Garo Hills District Council alone. And the Ïatai Hills District Council also faces a similar problem. And hence, there will have to be a multi-pronged approach and a lot of strong decisions to be taken administratively within the district councils to cut their cost, to be very firm in their administrative mechanism. And yes, the government also Government of Meghalaya can also support in terms of guiding them and also giving them funds as and when possible, of course following the necessary guidelines. But sir, we are aware of the matter, and yes, for a long time they have not been able to pay salaries, but it is not because Government of Meghalaya is not paying salaries. It's not our responsibility to pay the salaries. It is the responsibility of the council. But as I said, it is our responsibility to support them, which we are doing. But to directly blame Government of Meghalaya for not releasing the salaries, I feel, sir, is not fair on the Government of Meghalaya. But we are part of the system together, and therefore we will do what we can to support the district councils, because it is definitely part of the state, and we also feel the pain and the difficulties that they go through, and we will do our best, sir, to support them. We are supporting them even now, and even in the future, so we will do our best to support them. So there was a concern regarding the dental rules, service rules, sir. I can inform the House that it is in a very advanced stage. So you'll be surprised to know that most of the departments did not have service rules pre-2018. And almost in every cabinet meeting you must have seen in the media that one department or other we are clearing service rules now. So the process has been going on. We have completed a large part of the exercise where now service rules are in place, and just a few of them are left. We are now closing them, and as mentioned, sir, the Chief Secretary had a meeting where he had informed all the departments that the departmental promotion will not happen until unless the service rules are in place. And this order has now put everybody under pressure to clear the service rules, and hence we are in the process now. I'm hopeful that in a short period of time the dental service rules will be out, and all the other departments which do not have service rules will get service rules, sir. So there was a very good proposal that came out from some of the members, sir, regarding different job opportunities and really promoting existing entrepreneurs and existing shops, and giving them better technology, giving them better training, or helping them financially so that they can expand their business from what they're already doing. And sir, this is precisely the model that our state government and the MDA government 1 and 2 is doing and will continue to do. Is we try to take things which are happening and improve them further. So for example, the Lakadong turmeric mission is a hugely successful mission where we have been able to transform to a large extent the kind of products that come out today. There was a time when the farmers used to sell the raw turmeric, but today we are able to process them and sell them in different parts of the world. And similarly, so there was an example given for the blacksmiths. Yes, sir, we are definitely open to it. And I can share with the House also that with the new program called the CM Elevate program, all these different projects can be taken up. So if any of the entrepreneurs wishes to start a business, expand their business, the CM Elevate program is there to support. Apart from that, the new industrial policy also of the state government, which will have projects and different criteria for the micro, small, medium and large scale units, will also support these different kind of units. I urge all of them to take advantage of these different policies that the government is coming up with. So there was a concern regarding the fish production in our state, and few of the members had raised it. So just to share with you, I have a lot of data, but I don't think I'll go into all of that. But there was one issue, that was the average growth of the size of the fish in our state. And just to share, sir, the state has achieved an average growth of 300 kgs per 1,000 square meters in the state, sir, which is quite an average growth, and it's not very less compared to the rest of the country. I also would like to inform the House that we have a requirement of about 32,000 metric tons of fish, out of which the production in the state is 19,000 metric tons, 19,373 metric tons, and hence we have a shortfall of about 12,626 metric tons. which is the one that we import from outside. But as you're aware, sir, the production has been increasing year on year, and more aquaculture missions are being promoted. We are getting tremendous response from the farmers and from the people, and we are sure, sir, that there will come a time very soon when we will be self-sufficient in the production of fish. I also would like to share that the suggestions given by some of the members regarding some of the fish that is there, like the common carp fish, which was mentioned that it is a local and it's very easy to breed and very natural, which is true, sir. And again, the members will be happy to know that the carp seed production during the year 2022-23 was at 7.4 million units, sir, pieces, sir. The exact details I'll have to just check. But it is definitely on the cards, and we are working towards ensuring that we promote that. Sir, regarding the fish stock in Riboy area, sir, as you're aware, a large number of farmers also sometimes find it feasible to sell their products in Assam and Guwahati. So hence, yes, there are some units and storage spaces that are kept there. And all these units are regularly monitored by our officials for any kind of concerns that may come out, sir. So there was an issue of formalin being found in a chemical which is of course used to preserve bodies, dead bodies especially, and there was a concern that this chemical was found. So the Food Safety Department is continuously monitoring this, and we have a testing kit that has been developed by the Central Institute of Fisheries Technology, Kochi, Kerala, and with the help of that, so we are continuously monitoring. So it's a large market, many suppliers bring in, so definitely there could be one or two instances which could come out, which came out in the past, but in general, sir, we are extensively monitoring this aspect. It's a big concern, and we are doing our best by regularly monitoring and checking the products that are being brought into our state, sir. Sir, there was a mention about the Anganwadi workers. Many members mentioned about the Anganwadi workers, and just want to inform, sir, there are 5,896 Anganwadi workers which is sanctioned, and all the posts are full, and there are 4,630 Anganwadi helpers. Again, all these posts are full, and there is no vacancy in these. At the same time, sir, we are also continuously working on ways to recognize the dedication of these Anganwadi workers, and just to share with the House that the Anganwadi workers in the main, their incentives have been increased, sir, from 1,500 to 3,000 rupees now, and the Anganwadi workers mini has been increased from 750 rupees per month to 1,500 rupees per month, sir. And Anganwadi helpers also has been doubled from 500 to 1,000. We have also ensured that different special honorariums are given to them, giving like one-time award to different performing Anganwadi workers, even up to the tune of 5,000 rupees, and in the case of helpers up to 2,500 rupees, sir. Sir, there were concerns regarding the pending bills of the MG and RGS in terms of the material bills. And yes, sir, this has been a concern in many blocks, and we have in fact been coordinating with Government of India. The wage component in most cases comes on a very, very regular basis, but we are facing some challenges because the central government is not releasing the bill amount for the materials on time. But time to time, sir, whenever we receive the funds, we do not wait, and we quickly release the amount. So you will be aware that the expenditure even for MG and RGS has almost gone up 4 times. So where we were in about 500, 600 crores in 2016, 17, 18, today we are almost touching 2,000 crores in terms of our annual expenditure on MG and RGS. So therefore, all these do put a bit of pressure on the system, But sir, we are on the job, and I can assure the members that we will work continuously to ensure that these funds are released at the earliest. There is no particular delay from state government, but there is a delay in terms of the release of the funds from the central government, which is affecting the release further to the different VECs. Sir. So regarding the Lumang Block, it is temporarily functioning, sir, from the skill development building, and there are some contractual staff is there, which is functioning. But yes, sir, the concerns of the honorable member is noted, and we will take necessary steps to ensure that it is made fully functional at the earliest, sir. Sir, regarding the different airports in the state, there was a long reply that was given by Honorable Deputy CM, so I will not dwell on it too much. But so definitely we have all seen that in the last 5 years, the Umroi Airport has seen exceptional growth, and today, you know, hundreds and hundreds of passengers are traveling every day and using that airport. We have some concerns because the technology and the different instrument landing systems that require certain criteria of the 7-kilometer visibility and the lasers working below 400 feet. That restriction is affecting the landing of larger aircrafts. But we are doing a study to find out if there is any possibility for us to overcome those challenges, because if we have to stick with the old requirements, we will have to, sir, cut off the mountains which are coming in the way, which may cost anything between 5,000 to 7,000 crores to the state government. And hence, we need to really work on this very, very judiciously. We need to think very deeply about this. We understand that, yes, we would like larger planes to come. But the question is, if we simply go ahead and sanction the removal of those mountains, there will be environmental issues, plus there will be a huge financial burden on us. And hence, we are looking at the possibility of finding out if there is latest technologies are available that could bypass this requirement of the ILS system. And if not, then we are looking at other options also. But yes, we are really concerned, and we would like to see that the larger aircrafts land, because that is the only way to see the airport grow in the future, because there's a limitation to the Q400 or the ATRs landing in the Umroi, because they have got limited capacity and limited distance. So regarding Baljek, we had heard the report given by the Honorable Deputy CM earlier.
Yeah, you may please sit down. This is now, it is 2 p.m. Honorable members, I will extend the House in exercise of Rule 11 till all the business listed for today is disposed of. Should Minister please to continue.
Sir, some of the members had raised an issue about the implementation of JJM. Again, sir, it's a very exhaustive reply, but we had a discussion on JJM just yesterday, and the Honorable Minister has already replied, so I don't want to go into the implementation and the issues of JJM. But I would just like to mention, sir, that we are, in fact, one of the best states in terms of the JJM performance. But having said that, sir, JJM, the fact that we're moving at such a fast pace, there are many challenges, sir, because putting up a tank and connecting the water supply and putting the pipes is one part, but getting the water source and sustaining it for the next 15-20 years is of course a challenge, sir. So therefore, while we address all those challenges, the implementation of the scheme must continue. So we are working very hard to address those challenges. There are other challenges which will come up in the future, like the maintenance of the pipe, the maintenance of the tank, the maintenance of the quality of the water, the running of the pumps, and who will pay for the petrol and diesel. We are working to figure out, sir, how to address those issues. But these are also issues that are very valid. But as I said that yesterday there was an exhaustive discussion on this. Hence, I will not stress on JJM that much. Sir, I would like to officially, in fact, now inform our Ribhoi MLAs. Both had, two of them have had participated and asked for the infrastructures in Ribhoi area. And I just want to share so we have been very, very particular about this for not just Ribhoi, but for the state as a whole. That while the development of our key growth centers and the key towns and cities must happen, we cannot focus only on our growth centers or only on the cities. So Meghalaya can only develop when the rural areas also develop. And hence we have been very clear with that strategy, and hence the Honorable Sports Minister was very particular that the sports facility should come out throughout the state. So I'm happy to inform that, the Honorable members that the construction of artificial turf at Umbuda Nongpo in Ribhoi district with a project cost of almost 11 crores has been sanctioned. And it will be, in fact, the foundation stone will be laid by the Honorable Minister very, very soon. We also have in the pipeline construction of the synthetic athletic track at Chinchona, Pamsiem, Nongpo, Ribhoi, and also the construction of an artificial turf at Patharkama. So there are three large facilities that are going to come up in Ribhoi itself. And at the same time, the intervention and inspection by Sports Authority of India for laying of synthetic football turf at Kurkalang, at Ribhoi, and laying of synthetic football turf at Patarim, Umsning, at Ribhoi has also been inspected by SAI. We are hoping to get a positive response from them very soon. So regarding the, and again, the sports was mentioned by many other members, sir. So I'll just in short mention that the infrastructure that we have created in sports in the past 5 years and what we will create in the next 5 years, sir, will be unprecedented. Never has there been so much of stress on sports infrastructure, which I'm sure that no matter how much the members may say, they themselves will agree that yes, there has been a great push for sports. And while we're looking at individual level, the different challenges that we face regarding the different support to be given to sports persons, which was mentioned by so many members, sir, you will again see that in the last 5 years, unprecedented support has been given to sports persons and different associations. So the different associations will tell you and give testimony of the fact that we have never seen this kind of support or received this kind of support from any government in the past. And they've been very thankful to the state government for the kind of support that we have been giving to the associations and to the sports persons. In fact, sir, the entire support that we are giving even now, as we speak, sir, we are giving, for example, sir, cash awards and scholarship schemes. So over 5 crores of cash awards have been given to 3,000 athletes and coaches, sir. We have given sports scholarship scheme now. We have increased the amount that is to be given to medal winners at the national games. We are, investing crores of rupees to identify raw talent at the grassroots level. We are, giving different support through different, again, mission programs like the football mission and other missions throughout the states. So there's a lot of work that is going on. And again, sir, the commitment is shown in terms of the fact that there were 5 Meghalaya games held in the last 52 years of the statehood. 5 Meghalaya games. And out of the 5 Meghalaya games, 3 were held in the last 4 years. So this is a clear reflection of the commitment to sports and providing the sports infrastructures and facilities and opportunities to our sports person. Yes, sir, everything is not perfect. And we cannot expect Olympics, standards in first go. We strive towards it, we move towards it, but everything takes time, sir. But you can see, as and when we move forward, every games is getting better and better and better. We are learning from our mistakes, we are learning from our shortcomings, we are learning from the feedbacks that are coming in. And we're not just sitting over it, we are actually improving it, sir. So sports, sir, has been a very important part because youth is a very important part for us. And hence we will continue to give the support for sports throughout the state. So regarding health, again, there has been a detailed discussion about the medical colleges. Hence, I will not go into details of that. Already the Honorable Minister has already replied to the health regarding the medical colleges. So regarding the ASHA workers, again, the issue was raised. Let me just share with you, sir, that in the last 5 years, this government has cleared over 60 crores of pending liabilities of ASHAs. I don't want to go into details of all and try to, point fingers here and there, but just to share, sir, that there were years in the past before this government where the incentives were announced but it was not given, and hence that accumulated amounting to almost 60 crores which was not cleared. So that amount was cleared by this government. Along with the clearance of the old dues, we cleared the dues which were due from our time also, sir. So we've been given utmost importance to ASHAs. We have also, sir, increased the fixed incentive was set up, sir, at 2,000 rupees and it's been given on time, and the government has also considered to increase it now from 2,000 to 3,000 rupees, sir. So these are the kind of benefits that we are looking at, keeping the constraints. We are working towards improving the overall condition of the ASHA, sir. So the Umnyang Barnai Parila MCH hospital, the Christmas gift. So, sir, I can assure the honorable member that definitely he will get a Christmas gift this year. It is very, very close to being completed in terms of the procedure, buildings and all are completed. The manpower issue was the part that was taking long, but we have now resolved that issue also, and very soon this will be done. I can assure the honorable member that way before Christmas we should be able to implement this. I hope that within a few months, not like 8-9 months, within a few months we should be able to make this functional. Sir, at the same time, sir, just to share with the honorable members about health, that you'll be happy to know that the Meghalaya government and the state has the great, tag of being the #1 state in terms of the amount of money we budget for health. Our health budget is 8.6% of our budget, sir. This is the highest in the country. So the maximum amount given by any state in the country is Meghalaya when it comes to health. It was at 5.7% when we had taken over 6 years back, and we have brought it up from 5.7% today to 8.6%. So we are also under the process of improving all the sub-centers, already 150 sub-centers. The work is going on, and like we have started the work for schools, the work for the CHC, PHCs also has started, and I can assure the members that we will provide the best infrastructure in the CHCs and PHCs, also accommodation for the doctors and the staff that are staying out there, sir. Sorry, sir, there are too many pages. So there was a big issue which I also am very, very concerned about is the menace of drugs. And this was raised by a large number of members. And I just want to share, sir, with you that there has been, again, unprecedented action against drug peddlers and the entire movement of drugs in the state in the last few years, sir. And just to share a few numbers, sir, that over 1,600 people have been arrested, over 882 cases have been registered, out of which 696 cases have been charge sheeted. We have caught the almost 40,000 grams of heroin, almost 11,000 kgs of ganja, almost 2,700 grams of opium, and so on and so forth, and almost close to 1 crore worth of cash, mobile phones, 323 vehicles. So there has been a very, very aggressive movement from the Home Department under the leadership of our Deputy CM and the Deputy and the DG Police, who have been very firm on ensuring that the movement of drugs is stopped and we are able to take action against the people who are responsible for this. But sir, while we say that, it is a very, very difficult area, because being such a highly lucrative and high margin kind of a work or business, I don't want to call it a business, it's a very bad way to call it a business, but from the dealing point of view, since the margins are high, there are a lot of people who keep doing this, and therefore it is very, very challenging for the police sometimes. But yes, we are trying our best to ensure that we are able to address these issues and stop the flow. And at the same time, sir, as you're aware, we have come out with a very, very ambitious program called the DREAM project, which is again a project meant to really give a larger, more holistic approach to dealing with the drug issue, because it is not just about the supply, but it is about the rehabilitation, it is about providing different kind of support structure and ensuring that the drug addicts are given the guidance so that they don't go back to taking drugs again. So this DREAM project is a project which will work with different stakeholders, especially the community leaders, and try to work with the government and experts to ensure that we are able to address the issue of drugs in a much more broader and a holistic manner, sir. Sir, apart from that, there were some issues that our honorable members had just raised, for whom, you know, the notes were not there, so I've taken my own notes. And just to share with everybody, some of the honorable members had mentioned about power cuts, sir. And I just want to again clarify and share with everybody that the last year, so we were actually in a very, very complicated, you know, situation and a very challenging situation. And I'll try to just explain how we have tried to change all of this, sir. So in the past, we had done something called power banking. And rather, you know, so we banked the power in terms of the units that we used to share. So if we were giving certain units, then we would take back the units at a later stage. And that led us to commit close to 2 million units of our production on a daily basis for companies with which we had banked earlier and who had provided us power. And hence the load shedding continued way into March, way into May, June, July, August also, even after the rains, because we were producing the power, but we were giving it back to the agencies which had given us the power in January, February, March, and those other lean seasons. Now, sir, in a simple term, it sounds very, very easy. But if you look at the complexity of trading of power, things are very different when you try to trade power in terms of units and trade power in terms of rate. So when you look at the trading of the power in terms of how much the power cost at a certain day or certain point in the day, then the trading efficiency improves. For example, sir, today during the daytime, if you are taking power from a solar company producing power in, say, Rajasthan, you could get power at even 2 rupees, 3 rupees per unit. Whereas if you try to buy power at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the peak time in the evening, you end up buying power at almost close to maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, even 11, 12 rupees, depending on the shortage of the power. And hence, we have now this year changed the entire strategy, and our chairperson and our honorable minister have been very, very diligently working and ensuring that when we buy power, we try to buy the power during the time when the rates are lesser. And since Umiam is a place where we can store the power and release it as and when we feel correct, we can actually sell our power and produce it at 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the evening, and even sell it at a higher rate of 8, 9, 10 rupees. I know this may sound very complicated to some, but it's a very basic question of seeing the rates and producing the power and selling it and trading the power in the correct manner. So this exercise has really helped the department today to be able to actually earn to some extent by selling the power at the right time and by able to take the power from different agencies at the right time. And NTPC has been very, very helpful in that. So this has really helped us to resolve to some extent the power situation that we faced last year, and that is what we're doing differently this year. Second thing which we're doing differently, sir, is that wherever our agencies have tied up with the Government of India for supply of power, even though the rates were slightly higher than what we would want, so we have gone ahead and taken that power because, again, looking at the overall rate situation that is there, it is easier and better for us to take that power because it is still lesser than compared to the rates which may be there at a later stage during the, say, the more demanding times like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the evening. Sir, apart from that, we have also ensured that all our units that are there, that are installed, are working at a maximum production, depending on the water availability, of course. But we have worked towards ensuring that the production of the power also, and the units are working efficiently. We have technical snags once in a while, but the team is on its toes, and we're ensuring that whenever the units have any technical snag, we resolve them at the earliest. So, sir, we do expect that this calendar year and this particular coming financial year, that we will not face the kind of challenges that we faced last year. I am not giving an assurance on the floor of the House that there will not be any load shedding, but we are quite sure that it will be bare minimum. It will be bare minimum, and we will try to give power in such a way that it of minimum inconvenience to the people. And there are possibilities, there is a chance that we may actually be able to provide it fully, and we are working towards that. But as I said, it will be incorrect for me to give that assurance in the House. But as I said, that the situation will be nowhere close to what we faced last time. We have planned well, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to really take care of that situation and that issue, sir. So regarding the science colleges that were mentioned, we are aware of this problem and this issue, sir. And I have recently announced in Sora as well as in William Nagar that in the government colleges, wherever there is no science, we are going to start science stream in all the government colleges. So this is going to happen, and yes, it's only a first step. We will see how we could expand it even further. Now the new education policy requires multidisciplinary subjects to be there, and hence all the colleges are now working towards introducing different streams. So we will see how the government can work together with them to facilitate that process. But to start with, the government colleges, all the government colleges will have science as well as commerce stream also in them, sir. So regarding the smart town project that was mentioned by Honorable MLA Joai, I just want to share with the House, and I'll be giving more numbers in the budget speech also, that today for Shillong City and for overall development of the second and third phase, which is the administrative city and the knowledge city, we will be spending more than 5,000 crores through government spending or through private investment in Shillong City, in the administrative city and in the knowledge city. So Shillong City will see a huge investment, unprecedented in nature, which will completely transform and create Shillong into a really great growth center, and that is the kind of investment we're looking at. So 5,000 crores is minimum. I will share the exact details in my budget speech. Regarding, sir, the smart town projects, I know the honorable member was mentioning about the slight difference in the numbers, but if you actually go into details between Tura and Jowai, you will see that out of the 300 crores that is mentioned for Tura, 145 crores is for PA Sangma Stadium. So if you minus the 145 crores from 300, Tura is down to 150 crores also. And then finally, if you go down and you look at the other projects also, the ISBT project also is part of the smart town project, because we're looking at mobility issues. But that again is an investment that was made some time back, but it is important to put it because it's part of the mobility plan for Tura town. But if you remove that, again, Tura town's investment is down to about 125 crores actually in terms of the investments that are made. And more importantly, sir, as we move forward, the smart town project is a process. It doesn't end with what we do today or tomorrow. Every year we will work towards improving the investments. More and more funds will go in. We would like to see that every town becomes smart. It's not about just two, but everything cannot happen in one go. So it's a process, sir, but let me assure the honorable member and the other members also that we will go into this aspect also. And regarding the different age he mentioned about the police and constables, So we had decided to increase the age for other jobs because to keep in mind the different employment opportunities for others. But when it comes to police and the constables especially, sir, there is a certain age limit that has to be there because of the physical requirement and physical need of, say, police person. So obviously, sir, the older the person gets, there are physical limitations to every individual. And hence, we had to look at the requirement of the job, of what a constable has to go through, and keep that factor in mind. And the police, of course, would want more physically stronger and younger people in their force. And hence, that was a criteria because of which we were not able to enhance the age limit for the constables. But again, as I said, I don't have the exact numbers right now, but it is the same as it was before. So we did not reduce the police constable age. It's just that we increased others. So honorable member was mentioning that we reduced the age, which is incorrect, sir. We left it as it was. It was 18 to 21. We did not reduce it, but we increased others, like for other jobs. But as you're aware, sir, for SC and ST, that number has got an additional 5 years. So therefore, 21 plus 5 means 26 when it comes to ST candidates. So hence, I just wanted to clarify that because, as I said, it is important to know the reason why we had to keep the age limit same. Sir, some of the members had mentioned about cultural promotion and promoting of choirs. Sir, yes, in fact, we are working on that, and the different art and culture department has already worked on this. We are having different programs to look into this, and I can assure the honorable member and the other members that cultural and music aspect and promotion of that is also a priority for this government. And it is evident from the different programs, festivals, and programs like the grassroots music program that we are having in the state. So there was mentioned by other MLAs also regarding water and water quality and water treatment. Yes, sir, at different levels, we are always monitoring the water quality. We had mentioned about what is the amount that was used. So that kind of information is not available with me. But if the honorable member desires, I can always provide those informations to them. They mentioned about the environment and the plantation of trees and other aspects. So I'm happy to inform that this again is a very important priority for the state. And not only are we doing it on our own, but there are a lot of agencies now seeing the work that the state government is doing, that many agencies from the national level and international as well are joining with the state government to work with us for afforestation projects also, sir. So regarding the issue of CUET, sir, every year the government gives a relaxation of 1 year to us, the central government. And therefore we go to the central government and we request every time that the CUET should allow us to be exempted every year. And Government of India has been kind enough to do that in the past. But just to share, sir, that the present capacity that the state has to cater to the needs of the students appearing for the above mentioned tests. So I'll just share the numbers. That the state is having the capacity to cater to needs of 35,197 students, having 3 settings in a day for 1,200 students at 23 centers, sir. And this process, some are almost about to be completed, but within the next 2 weeks, all these centers will be up and running, sir. But apart from that, sir, we are also working, and the reason why we had changed the nomenclature and also the scope of the Captain Williamson Sangma Technical University to a full-fledged university was precisely so that the CUET could be bypassed. The reason, sir, why CUET is a problem, because it is applicable to central universities. But all the state colleges are affiliated to NEHU, because that is the only university we have. And hence, NEHU is following these policies. So a college student from Nongtalang does not have to actually appear, he has no reason to appear for CUET. But because they're affiliated to NEHU, they have to appear for CUET. Now that we have the Captain Williamson Sangma College, we will start the process of asking the colleges to now start affiliating with Captain Williamson Sangma College, which is the first state university. And once they do that, then the requirement of CUET will not be there, of course, unless and until they're applying for a course that is in that particular university, sir. So many questions were raised about the road conditions. Again, it's a very broad topic, but let me, as I said, assure the members in the House that that road is definitely a priority for us, and it has been seen with the kind of work that we have done in the last many years, that we have really focused on road. It cannot be done in one go, and of course there are a lot of requirements, but the commitment is shown by the kind of sanctions we do and the kind of amount of money that we are releasing for the payments for different contractors, as was seen in the question hour today, sir. Sir, there were different issues raised by, again, Nongstoin MLA also, everything from the different issues of bank loans being given by the banks and how we could make it easier, different bills of the district councils that are stuck there, and so we are moving on each one of them, and every bill is in the process. Some have been returned back, some are being examined by the state government, some have been forwarded to the Honorable Governor. Similarly, sir, we are working towards making the MCH also operational. We have to clear some of the pending issues, but we will work and try to ensure that we are able to complete that also at the earliest. So I was very happy with the suggestions given by Mokurwat MLA. It was very short, precise, and to the point. He only mentioned about tourism and about traffic. I have noted both the points down, and definitely, sir, there are very good suggestions. Definitely, sir, we will look into both of them. Our Amlarem MLA also had given a large number of suggestions, including the 50 years of the Amlarem subdivision. So we will work hand in hand to ensure on how we can see to make Amlarem a smart town also. We will see how we can invest and try to improve the overall infrastructure and facilities. He has already put up a proposal for auditorium and a convention center in Amlarem, and I have already assured him that it will come up, and therefore, like that, sir, as and when we can, we will continue to give the importance to the different towns of our state. So the very good suggestion came from him regarding the proposal of putting Garo and Khasi language in the syllabus, at least at the primary and maybe at the upper primary level, or to whatever level is possible, because it will facilitate our children learning both the languages. Though that may have a lot of logistical challenges which we are examining, but the proposal is very meaningful, and it would send a very positive message and would also help, as mentioned, in our efforts to make Khasi and Garo language in the 8th schedule. And so this aspect is being also examined by the government. He had mentioned, sir, again about the MTET exam, the EMRS issues. So we are examining those aspects also. Sir, apart from that, many other suggestions were there, as I said, but because of the paucity of time, sir, I will not be able to go into all of those details. I have tried to cover as much as possible in my deliberations, sir, and I do apologize if I was not able to address all the issues, but let me assure you that I have taken note of all of this, and you may believe it or you may not believe it, but after we go back, this document goes to the team, and each one of them goes through every aspect and informs the concerned department to take necessary action. So we are very particular about that, and wherever the suggestions are good and positive and doable, we will immediately implement those suggestions also.